They say that entrepreneurship is living a few years of life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. And that's exactly what I did. If you told me when I was 20 years old, 100K in student debt, UCLA student, pre-med, didn't want to become a doctor, well, what did that kid decide to do? That kid woke up at 3:30 a.m. and documented it on YouTube. That kid trained hard, 90-minute workouts, 6 days a week. That kid studied his face off, even when he didn't want to, because he knew that exercising excellence in the classroom translates to everything else in his future career, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And 5 years later, at 25, I run an 8-figure company, $20 million in sales, 35 employees, and man, God gets all the glory for it. This is my life, a day in the life of a 25-year-old entrepreneur. Yo, it's good to see you. My name is Richard. I am a 24-year-old entrepreneur based out in Puerto Rico. You know, the video that I always wanted to see when I was 20 years old, man, what is it like to be an entrepreneur, run a company, and also do fun things at the same time? Now I'm 24, I have 30 plus employees full time. I run a company that does north of $10 million a year. The first thing that we gotta do, 8 a.m., after all my deep work that I've done, is we have a special water sports activity. So let's get going.
Nice guy with a cold shoulder. You be cool, but I don't know you. Roll a flower and I'm off the potion. Give me superpowers and I won't stop to the bank roll on supermassive. Big bank for the space chatter. Way up.
Why do I have a knife?
Yeah.
Because this is only my second time going out spearfishing. That if there is an emergency, you might need a knife. I don't really know because you didn't specify what emergency means, but I'm thinking with the shark. If you need to defend yourself against other humans, or today, hopefully, stab a lobster in the head. I know it doesn't look hard, and it looks like maybe you're just floating on the water, but once you get past those rocks, oh my God, I was getting hit, and I was getting hit, and I was getting hit. Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was also kind of scary. We saw some pretty big fish, and we were getting really close to the coral. Did you see anything on the way back?
Yeah, dude. Quite a few large ones. Yeah, and then I saw them reel. Yeah, it was pretty nasty. It was actually like in the rocks too.
You know how closest to us, the first time when we were like, yo, I don't know if we should go past the reef because it was waves are big. Right before I'm about to, like, there's the ledge, I'm about to make it past, a wave pummels me.
Bro, I got hit by the same one.
I was thoroughly convinced that I was gonna get stabbed my whole body. Yeah, that was really dangerous, that part.
I was wondering if it was just me and like, wow, I'm struggling on this. I know, I was like, I could have tried and looked, but also just got destroyed by this wave.
Well, we didn't catch anything this time. Next time, third time, we will get some lobster. So how do I like living in Dorado Beach? This is a very specific neighborhood. It is the most exclusive, most expensive neighborhood of the entire island. Pretty much all billionaires. The average is probably anywhere between $50 to $150 million in net worth. Average age, 35 to 40 years old. And funny enough, I didn't know this, but when I moved here and I shook hands with the CEO of the country club, it turns out that I'm actually the youngest member, paying member. I joined at the age of 24. It was $150,000 for the initiation fee. And on top of that, it's $1,000 a month, every single month, for access to the club, the beaches, the pools, the restaurants. This is uncomfortable to say. My rent is $17,000 per month in order to live in a pretty average 3-bedroom, 2,000 square feet condo. I'm looking at probably a little under $20,000 a month in living costs just to live here. But I'll tell you why. 4 years ago, I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment that I shared with 4 dudes. I paid $500 a month when I was at UCLA. But the reason why I'm here is because of the network. You gotta understand, your network is your net worth. Me running a 10 million a year company, which for me is very, very small at my standards now, is because I'm surrounding myself with people that run businesses that do 100 million a year, 200 million a year. I know for a fact that just that alone is worth 6 figures. You know, at the end of the day, it's all about the network, and that's the reason why I live in this neighborhood.
How did you get where you are at right now by such a young age at 24?
Yeah, so I got to where I'm at now, running the $10 million a year business that I have now, not doing what everyone else is saying. Because everyone online is saying, oh, start a business, become an entrepreneur, F the school system, and just go into the deep end. The problem with that is, when I started a business at the age of 18 and I failed 4 of them, I had no skills, and that's the whole reason why I failed them to begin with. And then finally, I was humble enough at the age of 20 to go, I actually don't know all there is to business. And so I worked for a mentor for 2 years. And it was there that I learned the skill set of how to sell. I learned the skill set of how to market. It was almost like I'm getting paid great income, $5,000, $10,000 a month to gain skills. It's like, who wouldn't want that? And then 2 years of doing that later, I started my first business that popped off. Honestly, the best way to get started is not starting a business. And my most popular YouTube video, I actually walk through the best 5 business opportunities of what you can get started now if you don't have any skills or experience. So once you're done with this video, I would highly recommend you check out that one. I will link that as the first link in the description. Study that video. It's really, really in-depth. I put my life's work into it. So check it out. Right now, I gotta jump into my meetings from 9:30 all the way to 3:30 p.m. I got about 4 or 5 hours worth of meetings, and should be a fun day. Let's get it going. What'd you make?
Popcorns.
Dude, this popcorn is actually really, really good. Homemade popcorn. I'm breaking my own rules. You should never be having heavy carbs middle of the day at 12 p.m. Es lo que es.
These dismissing the hard work, they calling it talent. And I find that disrespectful cause I put on the mileage. Up for the but I'm down for the challenge. Step off the scene just to find me a balance.
Spear fishing in the morning was not a good idea. 2 workouts, my cardio is really down. It's only around 1.
About that muscle, dog, yeah. Trying to make it out the struggle, dog, yeah. Hey, watch out this.
The thing about boxing and any kind of fight sport is that a lot of people think you throw freaking 20 different combinations, you look all pretty, you look all cool when you're fighting. But the reality is you win a fight by just 2 things. A jab, a cross, and maybe a hook as a third. And everyone tries to get cute, everyone tries to get fancy, but the reality is the guy who just drills for 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, rests on Sundays, and he just drills 3 things, jab, hook, and cross. 1, 2, and 3s, they win the fight. Isn't that the same in business? I've been doing the same fitness workout plan for 7 years. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, what workout plan are you on? What's the new workout plan? And you get hit with an ad of the next workout plan. No offense to ADD, but stop getting all attention deficit and trying to figure out the next shiny thing. Dude, the solution's already in front of you, you just have to freaking do it. Do more. And when you're tired, do more again. Simple as that. All right, so the next high performance lesson as we head into 7 p.m. for a dinner reservation, we're heading into Flor de Sal, which is a 5-star Italian restaurant that was finished building I think 2 months ago. Super new restaurant here at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. I have a date night with my wife every single Friday night, and that is a non-negotiable for me. The thing that I've realized is that if I don't put the things that matter to me the most first, my wife first, my family first, my health first, if you don't schedule those things in, you're just gonna lose it. You're gonna get really, really busy, a meeting's gonna come up, this fire's gonna pop up, that employee's gonna need something from you, and all of a sudden now you just lose all of your priorities. And so my best recommendation to you is whatever is that thing that's really important to you. For me, it's Sunday service, it's time with my wife, it's my health and my exercise. Those things you have to absolutely schedule in. Schedule first things first, that's what we call it, right? First things first. Look at this view. We're gonna have a pretty good dinner here.
Risotto parmigiano.
Look at that. That looks pretty good, eh? Okay, consistency and texture so far, firm. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The minimum one time every single month in business, something will happen that will make me want to quit it. Like, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to work as a closer for someone and just make my money and be done. That's my expectation. If it happens, I expected it, so I'm not disappointed. If it doesn't happen, I say thank you, Lord. So June was losing the Instagram account. That was like, I don't want to do this anymore. This month, nothing has happened yet. Thank God. Thank God. But it could happen in the next 10 days, and I'm fully prepared. Mentally, I'm fully prepared. Yeah, it's just expectations. Setting good expectations. Here's what we pay $150,000 to
to get an initiation fee. It's almost like a university, I feel. When you go to college, there's like rec rooms, game rooms. But being a part of Dorado Beach feels almost like we live in this adult entrepreneur university slash club, which I guess it kind of is. I mean, that's what a country club is, right? That's what the purpose of club is. But I just feel like, yeah, we live literally in an entrepreneur's university. It's crazy. So just got back from dinner date, and it's a Friday night. It is literally 10 p.m. on the dot. I normally sleep at 9, but hey, it is what it is, right? Checking my sales. This is something I normally do every single Friday. Take a look at this. So today on our Stripe payment processor, we did $21,700 on the dot in one day. This is one of the companies, our B2C organization, and to be transparent, you know, this is not where I want us to be. The rhythm that we should be at right now should be about $1 million in sales per month, which means we should be averaging about $35,000 to $37,000 a day, so we are behind pace. And this is for one of my companies because there's a couple other projects right now that are undergoing. I have NDAs on, so I cannot share, but stay tuned on the YouTube channel because there's gonna be something really big coming up soon. And honestly, right now, you know, something I just wanna make a really clear point of is it's 10 p.m. It's a Friday. I don't have to do this. I'm worth $8 million. I have more money than I need. If I retired right now and invested my money in the stock market at 5% returns year over year, I would make $400,000 a year passively for the rest of my life. I don't need to work. I get to work. And the reason why I want to share with you everything that's happened from 5, 6 a.m. in the morning all the way up until now is because I want you to see this is what it takes to build an 8-figure business. And this is what I'm actively doing now to take my company from 10 million a year to 100 million a year and change a lot of lives and glorify God in the process. I think a lot of people want to show the flash. They want to show the cars, the watches, all the fancy things. And you know, today I included some of that cool stuff. I opened the doors and revealed to you what the prices are, what it's like living within my neighborhood. But I also shared with you how hard I freaking work, how I've worked my face off. And by the way, if you scroll anywhere in my YouTube videos and go back 4 years, I've documented my life literally every single week for the last 4 years. I'm doing that because I want to share with you that Rome wasn't built in one day. And so I know there's two kinds of people that are watching this. The first kind of person goes, wow, Richard, this is really freaking inspirational and I'm gonna go at it. Thank you for this video. And then there's another kind of video, and this kind of person goes, wow, I'm feeling a little jealous. Watching this video, watching this 24-year-old Richard, he's younger than me, or maybe he's a little older than me, and while he makes more money than me, he has a better life than me, that used to be me. I used to look at other people and feel way, way more jealous than I was actually happy for them. But let me tell you, the way that you get out of your funk, your debt, the way you get out of the job that you hate right now, that you still have to go to because you still gotta pay bills, is you start with one thing. You get good at one high income skill, which again was why I'm telling you, don't just go out there and start a business because some ad pops up on your Instagram. Do something that will actually change your life. And that's why I put together my most popular YouTube video, which breaks down the best 5 business models of the kinds of businesses that you can start even if you're a complete beginner and replace your full-time income online working completely remotely from your phone or computer, okay? I'll leave that as the first link down below. Make sure to watch that video when you're done with this one. And hey, really, really hope you got value out of this video here today. Consider hitting that subscribe button, drop a like. Let me know in the comments what you want to see in the next video because I make these videos genuinely just to serve you. I don't need to make these videos, I want to. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. So remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything.